I didn't always believe in Jesus. For a while, I didn't believe in Jesus because I thought that believing in him meant condemning everybody else. And then for a while, I thought that believing in him was the same as believing in everyone else. It turns out that I was wrong on both accounts. It turns out that following Jesus is not like following anybody else. And yet, it turns out that following Jesus does not mean condemning everybody else.
I knew a lot about Jesus, but I didn't know Jesus.
Wow.
So the kind of the ritualistic version of the faith was inside me, where I would go and I would attend and this and that, but nothing actually stuck.
Yeah. And I have to say that is so common for Catholics.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we know about Jesus.
Yeah.
We memorized all the right things.
You punch your card. You come on Sunday, you punch your card.
Yeah, but do we know him?
Yeah.
And is he in charge of our lives? You know, not always the case.
Yes. Well, he wasn't in charge of my life by any stretch. All right, this whole Jesus guy, this obscure carpenter who apparently died from me 2,000 years ago, like, all right, I'll open my heart this much. I'll consider the reality of this, that it's true. And Dan, literally that moment, it's like the Lord kicked the door open.
Wow. Hello, my name's Dan Tarrant, and I'm the founder of ReEngaged Ministries and Personally Catholic. And I wanted to invite you to partner with us in a special way this fall. The Personally Catholic video series, produced by ReEngaged Ministries, can now be found on 3 Catholic cable networks: the Catholic Faith Network, Catholic TV, and Shalom World Catholic Television. It's because of donors like you that we've been able to do this work at ReEngaged Ministries. God wants us to have a personal relationship with him that changes the entire trajectory of our lives. And that's only possible when we make a personal decision to welcome him. St. John Paul II said that there would be a new evangelization in America when Americans personally sought out a personal encounter with God. We at Personally Catholic take that mission seriously. We believe that a new evangelization is needed in our church, and that a new evangelization can only happen when Catholics make a personal decision to welcome him. And that's why we have the Personally Catholic video series on 3 Catholic cable networks and also on our Personally Catholic YouTube channel. In addition to that, we have our Personally Catholic book series, including titles such as Why Jesus?, Christian and Catholic, and Undivided Attention. And we've discovered firsthand Catholics who've had their lives changed by reading these books. And many of our books carry the imprimatur of the Catholic Church, declaring not only that they are without error, but that they have the personal endorsement of a local bishop. And we've been fortunate enough to have Archbishop Chaput himself signing the imprimaturs for our Personally Catholic books. And then finally, during this very strange time during the coronavirus pandemic, we've taken on what has been perhaps the most heartening ministry that we could do. We've gone out and we've live streamed Catholic Masses with our Personally Catholic video equipment used for cable television. And in the process, we've been able to produce a broadcast quality feed of the Catholic Mass for people in our area, but also for people internationally, as people tune in online to take in the Mass in a personal way when it's unsafe for them to be there in person. Some of the most encouraging emails and notes that I've received are from Catholics for whom it's unsafe for them to attend Mass in person, and yet who said that they felt like they were right there in the presence of Jesus Christ because of the video that we've been producing for them. It means so much to me to be able to personally bring Jesus Christ in the Eucharist to the homes of our families and our friends in the Catholic Church. So I want to encourage you to partner with us at Personally Catholic during our Fall Pledge Drive. 2 very special donors reached out to us and offered to match any donations given in October, November, or December of this calendar year. This is a very special time for you to literally double your contribution. These 2 special donors will match one-time gifts, and they'll also match monthly gifts. So if you decide to become a monthly donor to the Personally Catholic mission by ReEngaged Ministries, or if you decide to become a one-time gift giver, your gift will be matched and doubled by these very generous donors. We at Personally Catholic need your partnership and your help to do what God is calling us to do. It is so clear that God is opening doors for us to serve God's people. It's also equally clear that we will not be able to walk through those doors if we don't have help. We are not a ministry that's out there in the limelight like some of these other very large Catholic ministries. We're not a ministry that's out there in the limelight like a large archdiocese. But I do believe that we are a ministry that's personally making a difference in our world and in our church. By bringing the Mass into people's homes, by bringing a message of a personal relationship with God in the heart of our Catholic Church, and by bringing books to people to help them develop that more personal relationship with God that can only come with quiet reflection and thought. I believe that God wants the world to be different than it is right now. And I believe that the greatest difference that we can make will be through a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. I want to give my life in its entirety to Jesus Christ in a personal relationship right here in the heart of His Catholic Church. I honestly believe that the greatest difference that we can make in this world will only be through God and God alone. Won't you consider partnering with us as we invite Catholics to have that personal relationship with God right here in the heart of His Catholic Church? He said, "Dad, does God talk to you?" And I said, "Yes." Then Noah seemed a little confused by that, so he said, "Dad, how does God talk to you?" And I said, "Noah, I sit down with God and I tell Him, I put you in charge of everything. I want to do your will. And then I sit and I listen to Him. And I know in my heart what He wants me to do next." Noah paused for a second, and then he said an even deeper question. He said, "Dad, did God ask you to love me?" And I said, "Yes." But I held him and I thought he was drifting off to sleep. And after this very long pause, Noah just looked up at me and he said, "Thank you." And I was really surprised by that statement. So I said, "Noah, thank you for what? Why are you saying thank you?" And he said, "Dad, God told me to tell you thank you." Really, that's exactly what evangelization is. It's just sharing our personal relationship with God with other people. But you see, you have to have a personal relationship with God to be able to share it. Pope Benedict said that we have to ask ourselves, how is my personal relationship with God? And St. John Paul II said, sadly, many Catholics have never made a personal commitment to Jesus Christ and the gospel. Evangelization must begin within the church. You see, a personal decision about Jesus Christ is essential, and a personal relationship with God is part of being Catholic.